I'm up here at the farm getting some supplies for my beekeeping day, and we have a swarm flying around. Not sure what they're doing. I don't have any beehives anywhere right close to here. They're all quite a ways away, so I see them coming in the barn, and when I first got here, I saw some bees in here checking out these boxes. I wonder if they're going to go right in here. In my honey supers, there's a place right there where they can get in. But it looks like that might be what they're doing. They're coming right into the barn. How wild is that? Not a really big swarm, I don't think, but that's pretty cool. Just gonna watch them and see what they do. Really just don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're not gonna stay here. They're doing something though. It's exciting around here. I mean, man, they're all the way back over here. They're still flying around out here. They're not as thick over by the barn as they were. Looks like the bulk of the bees are just right here. I'm kind of standing in the middle of them right now. You can probably hear them. They're not really in the barn like they were. Maybe they're moving that way now again. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they don't know what they're doing either. They're kind of moving back towards the barn. Oh, looks like they're actually going in here. I think they're going right in that box right there. There's a little crack. And that's what they decided to do. Look at them all just right here at the edge of the barn. They're coming in here. Swarms are so wild, so cool. I think we have more than one swarm because there's a swarm of bees out here flying around. Kind of separate from the ones in the barn. I don't know what's going on. You can tell they're just flying around. I'm kind of coming into the middle of them. This looks like a smaller swarm of bees. And up here, probably 25 or 30 yards away, we have the bees up here around the barn. Look at them. Yeah, they're beginning to collect on those boxes over there. So, well, they hit the jackpot there because that's a whole, there's 8 boxes of free comb right there. You know, they're separated by this cardboard. So I'm probably just gonna let them go in there and get kind of going a little bit, and then I'll have to come and get them out of there before they establish too much of a colony in there. But boy, they hit the jackpot with that. Or at least they think they did. There's that other swarm. They're just kind of moving this way a little bit. They were right over here. It looks like a much smaller cloud of bees or swarm out here. They're still just kind of moving along. They may just cluster up on a tree somewhere. I wonder if there's a colony up high in one of these oak trees or something around here that's throwing these swarms off, because I don't know if they'd be this far away if they were just looking to settle on a limb or something from my beehives that are probably a quarter-mile away. Just really don't know what they're gonna do. I don't think they know either. Kind of moving over this way now. All right, coming back over here, there are way fewer bees flying around in here. I'm pretty sure they've gone into that stack of boxes right there. So I'm gonna go take care of some bee business, and I'll keep you posted. These bees are still just hovering right here. They really haven't moved much in the last several minutes. I'm just gonna let them figure it out, and maybe we'll see where they go. Maybe we won't. They're just hanging out right here, just hovering. All right, so these bees have pretty much moved in. Right over in the corner is a pretty good sized hole for an entrance. But look at them all right along here. They're working on this edge. Not sure what they're doing in there, but they're getting right to work, whatever they're doing. I can even hear them kind of working on it. I don't know if you can hear them in the camera. So they're chewing on the edge of the box or something. Isn't that wild? It's so cool. It's been a couple of hours. I've been out doing some bee stuff and came back, and this is what I see. I don't know if they're gonna leave. I'm not sure if they're not happy with this or if that's another swarm that's trying to move in. I really don't know. What do you guys think? I have no idea what happened to that swarm outside, but this has been quite the adventure going on for these bees, whatever they're trying to do. Today's April 4th, and it's been a week since we saw that swarm moving in over here. And if you look over here, you'll see there's a bee right there, but the bees didn't really move in there. So I started looking around to see what I thought happened, and right up here, looks like we have an active colony of honeybees in that stack of honey supers. So they found a spot. They were looking in there. Originally I thought they went over here. Looks like they ended up over here. I just saw some pollen going in, so we're gonna have to break that thing down pretty soon and see what it looks like inside. Y'all, this is crazy. It's April 11th. It's been, I think, a couple of weeks now since that first swarm moved in over here. They're still doing their thing. Now I think we got another one moving in to that original spot right here. I gotta start getting some of these honey boxes off of here and stacked on some beehives to make honey. So we're gonna have to get these swarms taken care of here pretty soon. So I'm gonna be doing that here in the next couple of days. So turn this camera around here. We still got bees coming in like crazy. I think they're just moving in now, maybe. It's April 18th and we're back here. It's been another few days here. We still have both of these swarms moving into these boxes. It's just so crazy. I think this is a really strong colony right here. I think it was a pretty big swarm. I didn't see them move in. The original swarm moved from there over to here. They've been in here for a while. What, 3 weeks, maybe even 4? There's no telling what we're gonna find in that box. I don't think it was quite as strong of a swarm. And then over here, we got Lisa Grammy. She just happened to swing by to pick something up, so she's gonna help us today. How are you, Lisa?
Hey, y'all.
And if you look right here, I'm not sure if you can tell, but we got bees. We got the highway coming in of bees, don't we, Lisa? Just everywhere.
Beeline.
They're beeline. It's hard to see in the camera, but they are just coming in. They are just happily living. But we're about to rock their world a little bit. So I really don't want bees in my honey supers like this because I need these to put on my production colonies and make honey. And so I hope they haven't moved into too many of the boxes. But what we're gonna do, instead of them having this 8-box stack right here to live in, I'm gonna condense them down as small as possible. If it's 1 box, 2 boxes, or at most 3, we're gonna try and get them condensed down. And I'm just gonna set them over here on a bottom board with a lid, and we may set them back on top kind of where they're at, but we're gonna just let them stay here and sit here, either maybe come back and get them this evening when it's dark. They can even sit here a few days if it's, you know, if they're in a new hive, I don't care. Let's break them open, Lisa, and see what they look like.
You're the one with a veil.
I got a veil on. I'm gonna be up in them, but Lisa's not. Now, Lisa may put a veil or a jacket on here in a minute if they get after her, but I don't think they will.
All right, get to work, Bruce.
Okay, we're rolling, right, Lisa? Let's do
rolling.
this. Let's start off just by, I'm gonna try and remove this entire top box here. I hope they're not all the way up in there. If they are, then we got us a really strong colony. Yeah, I don't think we got any up there yet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you do.
Woo, okay.
Yeah, you do.
Well.
You need a ladder.
All right, we're gonna get all the way up here. Okay, we are up here, 16 boxes high. Looks like we got bees. Holy cow. I think I might be seeing white wax. Yes, look at that, Lisa.
Yeah, white wax on the lid.
So this thing is probably at least 4 boxes high.
Yep, for sure. Here.
Let you hold that, Lisa.
Got it.
Okay. I'll pull a frame out and just look at it and see if they're really...
Make sure she wasn't on here, didn't
That
you?
thing is full of honey, nectar.
Oh, hello.
You get stung?
Just popped me a little bit.
Ha! Check that out, Lisa.
Just popped me.
Full of nectar. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
There you go. I'm just going to pull this box off. We'll kind of stuff to the sides.
They have
This
really
must have been
busy.
This must have been a big swarm. So
yeah, they already pulling in.
I'm
nectar
guessing
for you.
we got
well, you didn't have
4
to work for those.
medium boxes worth of bees right here. This is one reason I wish I could have gotten these out of here sooner. This box feels like it's pretty full of honey. Oh man, I did not expect it to be this.
Oh, look at that pretty new wax. Here, you want me to get it?
I think I'm just going to set it on end. I'm not going to really try and go through this thing today. I just want to get them off. Once I get them out to a new location and get them in a more manageable position, I'll actually go through them and see if I can find the queen. They got some polished spots here, so we might be getting close to where the queen's going to be. I don't know. Not a ton of bees, but they're definitely working it.
Definitely. Yeah, there's a good amount of bees in there.
Okay.
Not a huge amount, but a good amount for sure. You want me to take it?
Yeah, just maybe set the phone down and.
Oh, hello.
Did you get stung?
No, I slipped.
The next box here wasn't full, but they're not really drawing anything out here yet. So for some reason, I think most of the bees are in that top box, which I'm not too mad about. That's just some white comb there. It's not really a very nice frame at all. Not a lot of bees in this one. So yeah, that's just some old nasty comb.
That's what drew them in right there.
Could have been, you're right.
That old nasty comb. They like that old brood comb.
Just kind of some foundationless. They're coming in down below, but I think most of the work has been up in the top, which is, I'm not too mad about that. I'll go ahead and pull this box off. This is the next box, 4 from the top. I'm thinking this is about as far as we're going to go down.
Yeah, that looks like where they were going in. Ooh, hello.
It's not super heavy, so there are bees in here.
In the fifth box?
They're really not doing anything with it, though. I think, my guess is most of the action was in the top couple of boxes down there. There's plenty of bees, quite a few bees in there. Let's look up in there, Lisa.
Yeah, that's...
And down there at the base.
Yeah.
They're not really working it yet, though, but maybe that's just where they're coming in.
They got some new comb there on one of those bottom frames.
They do over there, it looks like it.
A little bit.
Should we kind of bring that big box that was heaviest and maybe put it on the bottom?
I would.
And
oh man, they're in the 6th box.
Shake these bees.
Shake those down into the...
There's nothing really going on in these boxes.
They're just kind of exploring.
Yep. Yeah, there's not really any action going on down here, so.
That's half that stack. That's 8 boxes
These boxes
there.
right here are going to go out to the truck. I think it's going to work good. What an adventure, huh, Lisa?
Uh-huh.
Always something. Always something for these darn bees.
Yes, it is.
There's just some wax that. Let me go dump this out here real quick.
Oh.
See,
Do you not want to put them in a deeper box? Do you want to put them in a deep box and just kind of, because I hadn't really gotten into building a lot of comb yet.
We'll just kind of.
I don't know. I think I'd leave them in the mediums.
I think I'm going to leave. Let me go turn the light on so we can see better. I'm going to leave them in the mediums, I think.
Yeah, they're looking for their home.
I'll tell you, let's bring it out here where we can see better. And we'll build the hive over here, then we'll put it back up here when we're done.
There you go.
Now, this was the box where it's heavy. It's got a lot of honey in it.
Yeah, pretty white comb.
And they're building this guy. I don't know if you want to put this one on the top or if you want to put it on the bottom.
Look and see if it's got any brood in it first. I don't think it's going to have any right now, but...
It's got eggs.
It's got eggs.
We'll put this one on the bottom.
Okay. Bottom it is.
Let's go.
You got 9 frames.
Which one did I just pull out? Was it this one? Oops.
Yeah.
We can go out and look at it in the sun and see if we can see the eggs. Let's go out here. We do have eggs in there.
There we go.
This was the top box. Brand new eggs in there. And I really don't think this has been in there more than a week or maybe 2 at the very most. A little bit of larva right there. So yeah, we'll put this box on the bottom there. There's shake bees in here. These frames don't really have anything going on. I think we're going to be able to get away with just a couple of boxes, Lisa, for right now.
Yeah, they actually do pretty good with about 3 mediums.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, don't be finding my feet down there. I feel you tickling me. Get off of me. Yeah, that's the box that had kind of the crazy comb in it.
Yeah, I think I might eliminate those frames for the most part. And just pump them down in there. Whoops. I got stung. That's okay. Where's my smoke? It's starting to get after me a little bit. My smoker's up at the very top up there.
Of course it is.
Yeah. They're a little fired up, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Got nectar in it.
Yep.
Come on, bees, get off of there.
And he's shaking them on my feet. And I'm in flip-flops.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll recruit you to be a videographer, then I'll shake them right on your flip-flop feet.
I know, right?
How
On my
about that?
flip-flop feet.
Oh, yeah, it's got some stuff going on in it.
Yep.
So we'll set it on here. I need my smoker, really.
Yeah, you need your smoker.
They're not wanting to go down in the box, are they, Lisa? For some reason.
Again, I'm piling up on the
They're all
side.
trying to leave. It really aggravates me when they do that, but sometimes they do. All right.
Scatter!
You did it, though. You got back.
Scatter!
I mean, I'm going to get them out of here in the next few days, and once I get them out to a regular bee yard, I'll be able to really assess better. Woo! This is a nice swarm, Lisa.
It is. It's a beautiful
There were a
swarm.
lot of bees in here, I think, when they moved in. What do you think?
I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I still want to collect out here
Look
on
at
the
them trying
outside.
to get it. We need to get them.
You sure the queen's not out here?
I'm not sure. You crawling around on your feet?
No, not too bad.
It's going to all come together. Let's hope the queen's actually in there. Hope we haven't done something to the queen. Is that the box? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate I smashed those bees down there. Yeah. If they would just go in the hive where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I know, right?
Y'all make yourself a home right there. Figure it out. Or
They'll
don't.
figure it out.
Oh, what a
All
nightmare.
right.
Yeah, that'll be good. What I think we learned there was, I don't know what we learned.
It's education.
But maybe we learned something. We learned that it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Here we go. Hive number 2. Got a few bees in here. I don't think this one has as many bees as the other one. Do you, Lisa? I don't think so. White wax.
There's a few.
Queen cells.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, so they look like swarm cells too, which is strange. Swarm just moved in and now they're making swarm cells.
They
I
want to
don't
swarm
know.
again. Who knows what these crazy bugs in a box do?
You got the bees kind of in here, mostly on this side.
Yep.
They are all over on those outside 3 or 4 frames.
That's
Can
got
you see
some
'em?
weight to it. Yep.
But see how they're all over on that one side?
Yep, they're all over on this one side here.
And the next box is the same way. So they're just tunneling up right along, right above the entrance, which is right here. They're going straight up like that.
Yeah.
9, 3, you got about 10, 12 frames of bees up here. So we could probably get them in 1 to 2 boxes. So we moved them down here where I can work them a little better. This is actually an 8-frame space box, and I would rather than be in a 10-frame box. I'll take these bees out and we're gonna mix and match some frames a little bit here. We'll put this one down on the bottom board. Like so. Take these frames that they're not doing anything with out. Little nectar there, but that's okay. Now, Lisa, I want everyone to know, I don't know what I'm doing. So, like Mike Berry always says, it's a how I do, although this really isn't even a how I do because I don't know what I'm doing. So this is just
We're just
how
playing
we're doing. This is a how we're doing. So I'm
Bee
not telling
Jenga.
anybody this is how you should do it, but
We're playing
maybe
bee
it'll work
Jenga.
out. So we have a queen cell right
There's
there.
a queen cell.
Just going to leave it alone because I don't know. I mean, why are they making a queen cell? Did their queen get killed or something? I don't know.
Who knows? There's brood. Pretty
See
frame
brood?
of brood right here.
They've been in here long enough. They should have some
There's
cat
another
brood.
frame of brood.
It's not real. It's real
Not
spotty though. Maybe they're
it's
trying to
not a
supersede
good
their
pattern,
queen.
but they've got larvae in there too,
Yep.
from what I can
Well,
see.
Yeah, they're not very
And
healthy.
they're
But
backfilling, but
one thing I like to say, at least in my videos, is with swarms, you never know what you're going to get. They might be a real good, strong colony, or they might be a horrible colony, or see, that's not a very good brood pattern.
yeah,
They're probably in the process of trying to replace that queen,
probably
if
why
she's
you
even
saw
in
that
here
queen
still.
cell.
So
Yeah.
this colony may not do very well, but we're going to give them a little go. We'll keep an eye on them and see.
I think that's just nectar.
Ouch. Got me right there.
Get you.
That hurts right there on the knuckle.
That's
Honey. Got some
honey,
honey right there.
and pollen. Bee bread.
Oh man, that one hurt. That one smarted.
No, they like to get me on the knuckles too.
That hurts. And I get you right
Get
there.
off my foot.
It's kind of got a little nectar, little pollen. We're just going to kind of move these frames together. We're going to put these little food frames kind of on the outside.
And that's 9. That's brood.
This will be 10. Is that brood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It's
the
a
queen.
weird pattern.
It's just not a very good pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need my smoker. I'm getting after me a little bit.
And you left it up there again.
Ouch, man, that kind of hurt.
On
Okay,
the other stack.
I'm going to be all right. Let's see if
You
we
don't
can
need it.
just get these out of here and get them done. Call it a day. Put that box up here with whatever little tiny colony
Here,
we
hang
have. Now that we have them all condensed into one box, I think that's plenty of room for these bees. There's just really not that many. The other one was much healthier than this one. Put the lid on right here. And we're going to get out of here, Lisa, and just let them figure it out. Let's go out.
Don't forget the smoker.
Well, Lisa, that was an unexpected adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
that
didn't
was,
expect
no, I didn't expect
Getting
to
these
be,
bees?
get into your
You
swarms today.
came to pick up an observation hive you're going to borrow, and next thing I know, I have you videographer with bees flying everywhere
It's all right.
with your
Me and my flip-flops.
flip-flops. And did you get stung in the feet at all?
No.
Did you get stung at all, period?
Mm-mm.
Well, good, good.
No,
Well-
only Bruce got stung.
I don't know if they're going to make it. I don't know if that was even the right thing to do, but we had to get them out of there. If you got any better suggestions, I'm sure you probably will have some of you out there. We're going to see how they do, and I'm going to let them kind of settle in here for probably a few days. They're in their own hive boxes now, so they should be able to just build them up like they want to. And then when I move them, I'll strap them down, stick them in the truck one evening when they're all home, and then take them out to one of my other bee yards and just keep an eye on them. I ordered a purple marker, so I think I want to mark all my swarms with a different color. Purple.
cool.
And that way
That's
I'll
a
be able
neat
to tell
idea.
swarms, so I
Yeah.
can track them, and I know when I get into them if it was genetics from swarms or if it was other genetics, and that way I can kind of keep a closer eye on them maybe.
Oh, Bruce is getting researchy on this.
I don't know, that one in there looked pretty rough. The other one looked like they may be okay. So if we
Yeah.
didn't kill the queens or didn't mess them up, maybe we'll end up with at least one good colony out of
They
there.
look
But
like they're figuring it out.
it's enough for today.
It was
Thanks
fun.
for watching, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
All right, it's been a week since we did this, and you can see the bees have settled in. Son-in-law's here with me. Say hi to Rylan.
Hello.
He's gonna be helping me some with the bees, hopefully moving forward, but we just moved the stack next to him out and the one back in the corner, so we're gonna go put some honey boxes on some hives today. But anyway, they've settled in. They seem perfectly happy here. I do need to get up here one evening, kind of after dark, and move them out of here. Right now, though, we have the highway of bees coming in and out, so we don't want to leave a bunch of foragers out there trying to forage and coming back to no home. This barn will be full of bees if we do that, but they smell good. It smells like they're bringing honey in, and they're just happy as they can be. And the bees in this hive up here also look very happy. Of course, remember, they weren't all that healthy, so I'm not sure how they're going to do, but they're established, they're happy, and things look like they're going to straighten out and do just fine.